Take a deep breath. Allow the air to fill your lungs, feel the expansion of your body, and as you exhale, release any tension you might be carrying. Embrace this moment of tranquility, an oasis amidst the daily turmoil. Close your eyes if you find it comfortable and invite serenity to envelop you. This is your sacred space, a refuge where the soul can freely express itself, unburdened by judgment, unconstrained by expectations. Frequently, we traverse life burdened by an unseen weight, a chain binding us to a cycle of hesitation and fear. It is the dread of failure, a shadow cast over our aspirations, silencing our inner voice and preventing us from realizing our full potential. How often have you found yourself paralyzed before an opportunity, hesitant to take the next step, fearing what might go awry? How many times have you refrained from expressing your truth, pursuing your goals, out of apprehension of judgment or the possibility of not measuring up? The fear of failure is a disguised master, a silent executioner that feeds on our insecurities and keeps us trapped in an illusory comfort zone. It whispers in our ears, reminding us of our past mistakes, magnifying our weaknesses, and convincing us that we are incapable of overcoming the challenges life presents. It is an invisible prison, constructed with the walls of doubt and the ceiling of despair, preventing us from seeing the light that shines within. I've encountered narratives of individuals ensnared in this pernicious cycle, suffocated by the dread of failing to meet expectations, of disappointing those they hold dear, or of simply not achieving success. Inna, a gifted artist, abandoned her brushes and canvases for years, convinced her artistry was insufficiently compelling for appreciation. Pedro, a natural entrepreneur, shelved his innovative projects, fearing the risk of losing his investments and facing bankruptcy. Maria, a passionate writer, never dared publish her books, terrorized by the prospect of receiving negative critiques and rejection by the public. Each harbored immense potential, a unique talent capable of transforming their lives and impacting the world around them. However, the paralyzing fear of failure stifled their expression, hindering their pursuit of the deepest aspirations. They became prisoners of their own minds, hostages to their insecurities, and victims of their self-imposed limitations. Yet, at some juncture, a paradigm shift occurred, a spark of hope, a flicker of courage, a whispered self-compassion ignited within their hearts, rekindling the flame of passion and resolve. They chose to confront their anxieties, challenge their limiting beliefs, and embark on a novel path, a journey of self-discovery, personal growth, and ultimate fulfillment. This is the journey we will embark upon together, a journey of liberation, healing, and transformation, a journey to unravel the mysteries of the fear of failure, to comprehend its profound roots, and to learn how to overcome it once and for all. Prepare to delve into your inner self, to confront your shadows, and to embrace your light. Prepare to break free from the chains that bind you and to soar towards your most audacious dreams. The time to awaken is now. Delving deeper into the labyrinth of fear of failure, we discover that it resides not merely in the anticipation of negative outcomes, but also in the distortion of our self-image. We often construct an internal narrative that defines us through pessimistic lenses, where each error becomes irrefutable evidence of our inadequacy. Instead of approaching challenges as opportunities for learning and growth, we perceive them as crucial trials that will determine our worth as individuals. Now consider how this manifests when faced with a new project at work. Instead of focusing on your skills and your capacity for learning and adaptation, you allow yourself to be consumed by anxiety over not meeting expectations, over making mistakes that might tarnish your reputation. This constant apprehension prevents you from performing at your best, from expressing your creativity, and from collaborating effectively with your colleagues. Consequently, your performance suffers, and the fear of failure becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Furthermore, the dread of failure can manifest as a risk aversion, a tendency to evade situations that might place us in a vulnerable position. We shun assuming responsibilities that could challenge us, reject opportunities that might propel us beyond our comfort zone, and settle for a mediocre existence simply to preclude the possibility of failure. This defensive posture hinders our growth, evolution, and the discovery of our true potential. However, it is crucial to acknowledge that failure is not the antithesis of success, but rather an integral component of the process. Each error, each setback, each overcome obstacle imparts valuable lessons, fortifies us, and prepares us to confront future challenges with greater confidence and resilience. It is through failure that we learn to reinvent ourselves, to adapt to change, and to discover novel approaches to achieving our objectives. Conversely, the pervasive cultural emphasis on perfection in modern society fuels the fear of failure. We are ceaselessly bombarded with idealized images of success, beauty, and happiness, engendering feelings of inadequacy and insufficiency. We internalize the belief that we must be flawless in all our endeavors, that mistakes are unacceptable, and that any hint of imperfection constitutes a testament to our perceived shortcomings. This relentless pressure stifles authenticity, inhibits the expression of individuality, and discourages the acceptance of our limitations. Conversely, self-compassion emerges as a potent antidote to the fear of failure. It entails the capacity to treat ourselves with kindness, understanding, and acceptance, particularly when facing hardship or making mistakes. Instead of berating and harshly judging ourselves, we can offer ourselves the same support and encouragement we would extend to a cherished friend. Self-compassion allows us to learn from our errors without feeling shame or guilt, facilitates a quicker recovery from setbacks, and fortifies us to confront future challenges with greater confidence and resilience. In weaving the delicate threads we've spun thus far, we discern not a mosaic of isolated fragments, but a vibrant tapestry where each hue, each texture contributes to the unique beauty of the whole. Reflecting on this journey to the present moment, we are invited to contemplate not only the challenges that loom on the horizon, but also the unwavering strength residing within us, the inherent capacity to transmute the shadow of fear into radiant light. Like a river meandering through valleys and mountains, our individual journeys are punctuated by unforeseen turns, by seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Yet it is precisely during these periods of greatest adversity that we are compelled to awaken to our true selves, to acknowledge our resilience, and to embrace our vulnerability. Perfection, once an unattainable ideal, proves to be a mirage, an illusion that hinders our appreciation for the exquisite imperfection of life. In this vein, self-compassion emerges as a beacon, guiding us through emotional storms, reminding us that we are deserving of love and acceptance, irrespective of our mistakes or failures. It is through the nurturing kindness we extend to ourselves that we can find the strength to move forward, to rise after each fall, and to transform each experience into an opportunity for growth. Let us for a moment envision a garden. For the flowers to unfurl in all their splendor, the earth must be nourished, weeds eradicated, and the sun's light must reach every petal. Similarly, for our potential to blossom, we must cultivate an inner environment of love, acceptance, and self-compassion. We must shed the limiting beliefs that hinder our growth and allow ourselves to shine forth in all our unique brilliance. Thus, as we approach the culmination of this reflection, I invite you to connect with your intuition, to heed the gentle voice of your soul. Allow the wisdom residing within to guide you toward a future of infinite possibilities, where the fear of failure is no longer a barrier, but rather a springboard for the realization of your most audacious dreams. The time for awakening is now. The future rests in your hands. Emerging now from the depths of these introspective waters is a clearer understanding of the interplay between fear and potential. It is not about eradicating fear, an impossible and perhaps undesirable endeavor, for it also safeguards us, alerts us. Rather, it is about redefining our relationship with it, unmasking its insidious tyranny, and recognizing that its voice is not the sole nor the wisest arbiter. Envision a seed buried in the earth's dark embrace. The dread of the unknown, of aridity, of the absence of light, might paralyze it. But something more potent propels it, the innate yearning to become a tree, to blossom, to offer shade and fruit. Such are we. The fear of failure is the dark earth, but the potential, the seed, is the vital force pulsing within us, awaiting nourishment and cultivation. The key lies in a radical acceptance of our imperfect humanity. Embracing our vulnerabilities is not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of courage. It is acknowledging that we are beings in perpetual evolution, learning, growing, stumbling, and rising again. Each scar carries a narrative of overcoming, each error a valuable lesson. Do not tether yourself to the relentless pursuit of external validation. True validation resides within, in the assurance that you are living in accordance with your values, expressing your authentic self, and pursuing your dreams with passion and integrity. Success, then, is not measured by material achievements or societal recognition, but rather by the joy and fulfillment you experience along the journey. Embrace failure, embrace error, embrace imperfection, engage the journey with inquisitiveness and compassion, understanding that each step, even if stumbled upon, brings you closer to your true potential. Embrace the unknown, for within it lies the magic of discovery. Embrace vulnerability, for within it lies the strength of connection. Always remember, you are stronger, more capable, and more resilient than you think. Trust in your potential, heed your intuition, and forge ahead with courage and resolve. The world needs your light, your talent, your voice. Do not allow fear to stifle you. The true practice begins now. It commences with an act of self-compassion, a pledge of kindness toward oneself. It begins with the resolute decision to live an authentic life, aligned with one's values and guided by one's passions. It commences with the courage to confront one's fears and pursue one's aspirations, knowing that one is not alone on this journey. May peace and wisdom forever accompany you.